We live in a world that celebrates kindness, and for good reason. Kindness is the glue that holds relationships together, the spark that brightens dark days, and the thread that connects humanity. But somewhere along the way, we started confusing kindness with niceness. And there's a difference. Being nice is easy. It's saying what people want to hear, smiling when you don't mean it, and avoiding conflict at all costs. But being truly kind, that takes courage. It requires honesty, even when the truth is uncomfortable. It means standing up for what's right, even when it's unpopular. Stop being kind in a way that diminishes you. Stop being kind to the point where you lose yourself in the process. True kindness isn't about agreeing with everyone or sacrificing your needs to make others happy. True kindness is being authentic. It's having the courage to say, "This isn't okay," or "I can't do this right now," because pretending otherwise isn't fair to you or to them. When you try to please everyone, you become a shadow of yourself. You lose your voice, your values, your direction. And the harsh truth is, people don't respect shadows. They respect individuals who are real, even if they don't always agree with them. Think about it. When was the last time you admired someone for being a pushover? Probably never. We admire those who have the strength to speak their truth, even when it's hard, and the grace to do it with empathy. That's the balance we need to strike. Kindness with strength, empathy with boundaries. It's not easy. It's uncomfortable to say no. It's hard to speak up when you know it might upset someone. But discomfort is the price of growth. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do is challenge someone, not enable them. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do is walk away from situations or people that drain you, because staying only teaches them it's okay to take advantage of you. Kindness and niceness are often used interchangeably, but they're not the same thing. Niceness is about being agreeable, avoiding conflict, and making sure people feel comfortable in the moment. It's the instinct to nod along, to say yes when you really mean no, or to sugarcoat the truth so no one gets upset. On the surface, it feels like a good thing, but niceness often comes at a cost. It sacrifices honesty, authenticity, and even self-respect. Kindness, on the other hand, runs deeper. It's rooted in empathy and a genuine desire to do what's best for others, even when that means being uncomfortable in the short term. Kindness isn't afraid of the hard truths. It's willing to risk someone's disappointment if it means giving them what they truly need instead of what they want to hear. When you're being nice, you're focused on immediate approval. It's about smoothing things over and keeping everyone happy. But kindness looks beyond the moment. It considers the bigger picture and asks, what's the right thing to do here? Sometimes the answer is uncomfortable. Sometimes kindness requires you to challenge someone, set boundaries, or have a difficult conversation that niceness would shy away from. Niceness often operates out of fear of rejection, fear of conflict, fear of being seen as mean. Kindness, however, comes from a place of strength. It's not about avoiding negative emotions, but navigating them with integrity. Niceness tries to keep everyone happy at the surface level, but kindness seeks to build something deeper: trust, respect, and lasting connection. In the moment, niceness can feel easier. It's easier to avoid eye contact and agree to something you don't want to do than it is to say, "I can't help with that." It's easier to stay silent when someone's behavior crosses the line than to risk the discomfort of calling it out. But in the long run, niceness can leave you feeling invisible, unheard, or even resentful. It puts everyone else's comfort ahead of your own truth, and over time, that can weigh you down. Kindness is about finding the courage to act with both compassion and honesty. It's not about choosing between being caring or being assertive. It's about recognizing that the two can coexist. Real kindness doesn't shy away from hard truths or tough decisions. Instead, it seeks to handle them with grace and sincerity, knowing that true care isn't always easy, but it's always worth it. Kindness and niceness might seem similar, but their intentions and impacts are vastly different. Niceness is driven by the desire to please, to be liked, and to avoid conflict at all costs. It's smiling through discomfort, saying yes when you want to say no, and keeping the peace even when it comes at your own expense. Niceness prioritizes harmony in the short term, often sacrificing honesty and authenticity to maintain the illusion of agreement. Kindness, however, operates on a deeper, more meaningful level. It isn't about avoiding conflict or seeking approval. It's about acting from a place of empathy, even when the actions required are difficult. Kindness acknowledges the value of honesty, even when the truth is uncomfortable. It's rooted in genuine care, not just for the other person's feelings in the moment, but for their well-being in the long run. While niceness seeks to appease, kindness seeks to improve. Niceness might avoid pointing out a mistake to spare someone's feelings, but kindness is willing to address it constructively, knowing it could help that person grow. Niceness might stay silent to avoid an argument, but kindness understands that sometimes speaking up is necessary to protect what's right. At its core, niceness is about fear. Fear of rejection, fear of upsetting others, fear of being misunderstood. It's the easier path, the one that avoids confrontation and keeps everyone temporarily satisfied. But kindness is about courage. It requires you to stand firm in your values, to risk discomfort, and to be willing to disappoint in the short term if it means fostering trust, respect, and positive change in the long run. Kindness has depth, while niceness often stays on the surface. Kindness sees the bigger picture, understanding that short-term discomfort can lead to stronger, more authentic connections. It's not about being liked by everyone, it's about acting with integrity and compassion, even when it's not the easiest thing to do. Kindness and niceness may look similar on the surface, but they stem from completely different motivations and lead to vastly different outcomes. Niceness is often about keeping the peace and making sure everyone feels comfortable, even if it means ignoring your own needs or avoiding difficult truths. It's saying what people want to hear, even if it's not entirely honest, and prioritizing being liked over being real. Kindness, however, isn't afraid of discomfort. It's about genuinely caring for others in a way that goes beyond surface-level harmony. Kindness is rooted in empathy and the willingness to take actions that might not feel easy or pleasant in the moment, but are ultimately for the greater good. It means saying what needs to be said, even if it risks disappointing or upsetting someone, because the truth serves them better than sugar-coated lies ever could. Niceness tends to focus on appearances, keeping relationships smooth, avoiding conflict, and doing what's socially acceptable. But kindness digs deeper. It's about authenticity, doing what's right instead of what's easy, and building connections that are based on trust and respect rather than just politeness.